Everyone in America should have one of these. What is this? All right. Hello, everyone in the world. I am your president from the people and your president of the people. And I like to formally introduce myself. I made an announcement in 2021 on conscious mindset of my run for presidency, for the presidency of the United States of America. And I would like to make my formal hello to you all and thank you all for taking a moment to listen to what I have to say, or what I may have to say. Hopefully that I can allow myself to be seen as your next president for the next presidential cycle. I like to say my name is SED Brisco III. I'm a United States of America American, not a Negro American, not a African American. I'm an American, as many of us are. And I would like to take this moment to say hello to all of our Americans out there, true Americans, the ones that actually care about this country and what it took and the sacrifices of our founding fathers and our forefathers and our grandparents and our great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents that has made this country what it is today. I'd like to thank all of our armed forces, the military that keeps us safe day in and day out, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, all the unlisted and enlisted and the reserves and everybody alike. You all help and keep America to stay America when so many people are wanting to see us fall. What I like to say is that a lot of these countries have been around for hundreds, if not even thousands of years. And we're like the young brother of the situation, of the young kid on the block as far as new nations is concerned. And we are prone to make mistakes. We have books and books of things of other countries that has made those mistakes as well. So we're prone to make mistakes. We're not perfect, but we have a God that allows us to be one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And so I like to go ahead and say, everyone in America should have one of these. What is this? This is the Constitution of the United States. You should have one of these in your home, every American. And if you don't have one and you call yourself American, then shame on you. And if you don't have one and you call yourself American, then go get one. Because this is who we are. This is how we became. I thank and welcome everyone that takes the time to come to this channel and see. Each time that I address things, each time that I come on, I will read an insert from the Constitution. Therefore, not only will you get a chance to see how I think, because we will be addressing questions that others have posed to me and want me to address on this platform. Pardon my dialect, I'm not really reading teleprompter any sort. I'm really coming straight from me to you. Now, will I read a teleprompter when I'm the president of the United States? Maybe. Will somebody be writing what I need to be saying? I don't know. Because I want the people to understand that when I'm talking, if they get used to me talking in this tone and they get used to me talking to them in this dialect and this lingo, I think that's what they want. They need that. They need to know that they are appreciated. And that's what I would do as the president of the United States of this country. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. We the people. Constitution of the United States of America. Article 1. All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives. Section 2 of Article 1. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people of the several states, and the electors of each state shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of the state legislature. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and been 7 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of that state in which he shall be chosen. When this was written, we didn't have 51 states at the time, so you have to understand that this was our beginning that made us who we are. These men came together. Most folks will try to tell you that, well, black man didn't have anything to do with it. But on the contrary, if we were there to serve the people that was making it happen, we had part in it. But not only did we serve, we were part in making this Constitution. And it's a fact. You can look at it, look it up, find out what you want to find. You'll find that we had part in this. So if you are so-called activists and hate the United States of America, then shame on you. If you call yourself an African American and you're saying that you're African American, and they sold us that dream a while back, had everybody believing that they were African American, because I guess I came from Africa, but that would make everyone in America an African descendant, because all descendants come from Africa. Now, let's scratch the word Africa and say all descendants come from a Kibulan, however you want to pronounce it. Look it up. That was the first name before it was called Africa. And so we all come from there. So does that make everybody here an African American? If all people come from out of Black people, if all people come from Black people, and our Black people come from out of Kibulan, then that's everyone's descendant, which makes everyone here in this country African American. Oh, went too deep for you. Well, yeah, wake up. Those people who do not understand, and if they don't want to wake up, then that's on them. The truth is there. Look it up, bing it, do what you want to do with it, and figure out Yahoo it, AOL it. Do what you want to do with it, and find out. I may look here and may look here because I'm kind of looking at a monitor as well as I'm looking at the camera. So if you see me look down or look straight, that's just me looking at the monitor at time to time. So I have this is my first video, and I just wanted to come out and address myself to the people for the 2023. And for this year, to welcome. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm glad everyone that made it, and the people that did not make it, God bless. May their travels where they go be joyous. If it's in the best place, right? Not, then I don't know. So I have some people that chose to ask me some questions, and they sent in some questions and they wanted me to address them. And so I will address some of these questions. These questions come from some of my first campaign donors, and that were my first initial campaign donors, and I thank you for being my first campaign donors that actually gave and heard what I had to say when I made my announcement. And if you all are still out there, still willing to donate, I'll give you the process of how to donate near the end of this video. Question, what did they say? How will you gather, evaluate, and act on information for all policy decisions? What should I go ahead and say their names? Well, this is Jake and Sherry. I won't put their last name out there, but thank you, Jake and Sherry. Jake and Sherry sent a lot of questions, and I thank them for every question that they took the time to want to know what their next president would like to be, which will be me. As long as y'all go ahead out there and make sure you get out there and vote and get me into this room right here. You see me in this room. I look good in this room, don't I? Just stop it. Okay. How will you gather, evaluate, and act on information for all policy decisions? How will I gather, evaluate, and act on information for all policy decisions? First, I need to make sure that, and I love good questions. So first, I need to make sure that who's delivering this information. And because I'm not a person that takes what a person actually just gives me first as what it is, I would like to make sure that the person is a sound person that has the information. You want to make sure your intelligence people are giving and providing you the best information that is needed. And so that how will I gather it will be by the team that I put together. And mostly going to be the people that I could see that if they go through the process properly, that I can trust them. And if I could trust them, then I'm willing to say that I trust them enough to be able to give me the perfect information that I can act on to make proper decisions for our country and for our country's needs. And when it's dealing with the policy decisions, we want to make sure that it fits what the agenda of this does. Because if we can fit the agenda of this and make sure it stays within the parameters, our country can become as great as it should be and what God has blessed it to become. So that's how I will act on it. It would be according to who's giving it to me and how will it affect the people of this country. And once I could take that understanding, I can't be president more than 8 years. So if I'm there for 4, I'm going to do what I can within 4. If I'm there for 8, I'm going to do what I can within 8. And I will let my hopefully that continue the best path for this country, because we see that most people that come into office start to begin to think about themselves. And when they think about themselves or a certain faction of people, then that separates our country. So that's why I went to the Keebalon statement, to let it be known that if I'm African American, then we all African Americans, because if all of us come from a Keebalon, then all of us are descendants of a Keebalon. Now, how do you say that? If you all believe and you understand that we all started from one central area, and that central area was a Keebalon, the oldest fossil is found in a Keebalon. So that means that the oldest fossil has the link to our genes, and our genes come from there, built by the Creator himself. So that's why. So we need to think about everyone: Italians, Irishmen, Netherlands, Germans. We need to think about Australians. We need to think about Canadians, Frenchmen, Sicilians, the people in UK, Englishmen, Scandinavians, Russians, Ukrainians, Jewish, Palestinians. We need to think about all of them. Indians from India, Asians, all the Asians, Taiwanese, Vietnamese, Koreans, so many different. If I missed you, then my apologies. It's not personal. Iraqis, Iranians. My mind just running, trying to make sure I could pull the peoples that are Alaskans, not Alaskans, you're American, but like South Pole people, if there's people out like Greenland, just all of them people. We need to think about all of them, because all of them are part of the same family gene line. Yeah, we have different ways. Everybody in one family, you can have a family of 3 people, mother, father, son. All of them gonna think different ways and see things differently. That's just how people are. It's not nothing strange. So that's how I would do that, Jake and Sherry. I will make sure that I will evaluate it and think of all the people that it may affect, which seem like everybody be on a faction. I'm either left or right, left, right, right, left, left, right, far left, far right, far right. And as I said once before, there are wings, far left and far right, of the same bird. And we need those wings. No bird can fly offset. A bird needs to fly in unison of its wings, need to fly together in order for it to fly properly. That's why if it turns like that, it turns. So hope I answer that question. They have a lot of questions. So you all will hear Jake and Sherry a lot, because they actually send in a lot of questions. And I would like for you all to send in a lot of questions as well. Put some in the comments. Put some in the, send some into the email once I put it and make it public for you to send it to the email. But please ask the questions in the comment section, and I will add it in and put your credit and address it to you.